Cuevas. Espero que la vean. Muy bien, chicos, buenos días. ¿Cómo están? Bien, me alegro. Okay, as an introduction today, I'm going to talk, we start already this topic, and the name of the topic is the Economist's Toolbox, okay? And we start already the topic. Now, over here, we advance in this section. We are going to find two terms that we need to define. Now, economic is divided in two big sections. The first section is microeconomic, and the other section is macroeconomic. Micro, it means small section of the whole, and macroeconomic is the big picture, okay? The economic as a whole. For instance, our family is a microeconomic, okay? Our family, yes. The country could be, if we see the country in the whole world, then Panama is a microeconomic. The whole world is the macroeconomic. Okay, guys? Anyway, I'm going to show you this couple of video that talks about these two meanings. Okay? So let's pay attention, guys.
Hey guys, I'm Surbhi, and once again welcome to my channel Key Differences. Today in this video, I'm going to explain you the difference between microeconomics and macroeconomics. So friends, let's get started. Now first of all, we are going to understand the term economics. Economics is that branch of knowledge which studies the processes through which the resources that are scarce in nature are allocated to satisfy our most pressing unlimited wants. In other words, it studies the way we work together to transform the scarce resources into valuable and usable goods and services so as to satisfy the human wants. Now there are two branches of economics, microeconomics and macroeconomics. Now we'll understand the term microeconomics. Microeconomics is that branch of economics which studies individual units such as a consumer, household, firm, industry, and price of a product. Microeconomics examines how the scarce resources are to be allocated among people efficiently. So it covers product pricing, consumer behavior, factor pricing, firms behavior, and industry location. Macroeconomics. Macroeconomics is that branch of economics which deals with economy as a whole instead of individual aspects. Hence, here we are going to study the behavior of larger economic variables as in total consumption, total investment, total savings, etc. So, it analyzes the environment wherein the firms, households, consumers, and government takes decisions. So, macroeconomics covers national income, general price level, employment level, level of savings and investment, balance of trade, and balance of payment. Difference between micro and macroeconomics. Meaning, microeconomics deals with individual units and the effect of individual decisions regarding the allocation of scarce resources. On the other hand, macroeconomics deals with aggregate or large-scale units, that is, the structure, behavior, and decision making in an economy as a whole.
Okay, let's stop right there. I think
while the term micro
that's the basic that I wanted to show you. In time, we'll try to clarify some doubts. Now, let's watch the other one, guys.
Microeconomics versus macroeconomics. The study of economics is divided into two major branches, microeconomics and macroeconomics. Microeconomics comes from the Greek word mikros, meaning small. Microeconomics deals with the behavior of individual actors in the economy. It can mean one consumer, one household, one firm, or even one industry. Some questions we aim to answer in microeconomics are: If price of cars go up, what happens to consumer demand? If income levels of people increase, how will demand for meat change? So microeconomics deals with the individual parts of the economy. When we hear microeconomics, think small. Macroeconomics comes from the Greek word makros, meaning big. In macroeconomics, we are interested in the economy as a whole. For example, the country's unemployment rate, changes in prices of goods, or inflation. National income, which is often referred as GDP. Some questions we try to answer in macroeconomics are: what happens if money supply increase? What causes the economy to grow over time? So in a nutshell, macroeconomics studies the economy as a whole. When you hear macroeconomics, think big. And you know what? Microeconomics and macroeconomics are interrelated. To understand macroeconomics, we got to understand microeconomics. For instance, a typical question we ask in macroeconomics is: when interest rates go down, how will GDP change? To answer this question, we need to first understand microeconomics. How will a consumer respond to an interest rate drop? Will a consumer start saving less? How will a firm respond to an interest rate drop? Will a firm start investing more? Once we understand the behaviors of individual agents, we can then understand the economy as a whole.
Excellent. Okay, that's enough for today about videos. And now let's go back.
If you manage a team, you should be using
the continue what we left last class. I think we were. Okay, let me make a very short review and let's begin over here. The models. Remember, in economics, in order to understand events, economics use models. Okay, over here there's an example, like in school. They use models in order to understand how the eclipse process happens. Okay, now it says economic works in the same way. They are based on assumptions. They have to assume what is going to happen and are simplified because they focus on a limited number of variables. Models helps economists explain why things are as they are. In some cases, models can help economists to predict the future. And I told you already that the economists at the beginning of the year, they tried to predict that the economy was supposed to grow like 2.5%, but because of the coronavirus, now the economy is not going to grow, not even in the whole world. The economy is going to move backwards. It's going to shrink. So we are going to live a recession. They call it recession, una recesión economic, okay? That's what we are living right now. We are experiencing this effect of this event. Now we talk about this table and we agree that Luxembourg is the one who made the most sacrifice in order to contribute in this development assessment. Let's explain the way here. Let me move this. Now it says in figure 1.7, if you look at one set of numbers, you would see that Luxembourg will contribute with 429 millions, while Canada gained more than 10 times that, offer around 4.9 billion. Now the foreign aid Luxembourg represented about 1% of the value of all the goods and services. So these 1% represent all the value of all goods and services from that country. Service that nation produced. Now, while Canada's contribution is, in contrast, was about 0.3%, like 0.27, if they are rounded, then it's almost 0.3% of its total economy. After studying this number, you might conclude that in relative terms, Luxembourg gave more than Canada in foreign aids. Okay, that's the conclusion. Got it, guys? Understood? Yes, teacher, we understood. Okay, now over here, there is another type of graphic. Remember, there are different type of graphics. There are bar graphics, there are pie graphic or circle graphic, and this one is line graphics, okay? Using graphics, when economists are interested in identifying trends, trends means tendencias. In statistics, they often use graphs or visual representation of numerical relationships. The most common type is the line graph. Now over here, this is an example of line graph. Now, this type of graphic lines, they're used for a specific purpose. These line graphics are particularly useful for showing changes over time. As you see over here, in this line is January, February, the month of the year. While in this R, it says number of candles sold. Cantidad de qué, de candles, son velas vendidas. Esto es una fábrica de velas, ¿ok? Aquí están las ventas en todo en el año. Candle sales. Now it says that in January they says around 40,000. Let's talk about this, about thousands, okay? 40,000. In February it goes up and up to 58,000, something like that. Then it goes down a little bit. In March, it goes to 50,000. It reduced. Now from March to April and from April to May, the whole production increase. I mean, the sales increase. That's what it means. See here, this graphic, that's what it is telling you, that during this year, this month, the sales of the candles, they increase. Okay. Now from May to June, now the whole sales dropped, and it goes down until around 40,000 again, where it begins in January. Okay, that's what it means. Okay, this chart. Now there are other type of charts, like this one's over here. Over here is a type of chart. Now this one is a line graphic. This is a bar graphic. I think you have studied this in math or statistics in math. Line graphic, bar graphic. In this is a pie or circle graphics. The three of them has different purpose. This one, they explain, we explained already that how it changes through time. This one, you can compare three items you can compare it. And over here, this one, you compare everything as a whole. As a whole, okay? Como un todo. Now let's explain this one. Over here it says the years, and over here says the number of PCs per 100 persons. La cantidad de computadoras por 100 personas. Cada 100 personas tiene cierta cantidad de computadoras según la fuente de source is the United States Statistics Division. They did this research. Okay, PC per 100 people in the United States. Now it says by 2000, de las 100 personas solamente 60 tenían computadoras. That's what it says. From 100, only 60 people had computer. Now it goes up to 2004. Now it raised, okay? The amount of computer, it says like 69, something like that. Out of 69 out of 100 people use a computer. By the year 2008, it increased. Out of 100, only 82% has a computer at home. And then by the year 2020, it says that more from out of 100%, it means that the family has more than one computer, and it goes up to 115, something like that, out of 100. It means that one family has more than 2 computers. Okay, that's what it means. This chart, this graphic. So that's why we need to understand. We need to understand how to read graphics. Okay, that's what it means. Got it, guys? Now this one, the second one, it says the word internet use. Word internet use by economic development. Los países desarrollados. Now this one is desarrollado, subdesarrollado y super muy pobre. Okay, this one. That means that en los países muy pobres solamente el 10 is internet per 100. Only 10 out of 10. Only like it's like 8 or 9 person out of 100 has computer or internet. Sorry, this is internet use. Now in the middle class income country, out of 100 only 33, something like that. It could be 33, 34 person out of 100 has computer. And now in the en los países desarrollados, it says that out of 100 only 80 has computer. In the whole world, not only in United States, only in the whole world. Esto de quién se saca es la fuente es que World Bank, el Banco Mundial en el 2014. So you have to get the information from a very serious resource, una fuente confiable, okay? And the last one, the last graphics, it's a circle. It says household internet used. Las personas que utilizan, las familias que utilizan ¿qué? Internet. ¿De dónde sacó esta información? Where do we get that information? From United States Census. El censo, el buró de censo es como acá ¿cómo se llama? La Contraloría, allá en Estados Unidos. The Census Bureau Americans Community Survey, ¿ok? La encuesta. ¿Cuándo fue eso? En 2013. This one is in 2013, and this one 2014, and this one 2012. Got it, guys? So different moments through several years, okay? Now, it means that in the United States, not even the 3/4, they got access to internet, and they use internet, okay? In United States, sorry. Now, there is only the 26% out of the whole country in the United States, they do not use without internet use. They don't have internet in their houses. I remember when I was working back in 2007, 2008, back in the United States, where I was working, it was very difficult to get access to internet. So not everybody had internet where I was working, okay? So that's normal, especially in the countryside, not in the big cities. That applies in this, in el interior, in the countrysides, okay? Away from the big cities. Now, you have an assignment, guys. Usted tiene una asignación, ¿ya? Esa asignación está, o la pueden sacar de aquí mismo. You can get it from this PowerPoint that is already loaded up, or you can print it because you have already the document, the PDF document about this chapter, about this section. You have it already in your platform. So you have to download it and print it. Okay. Now, if you print it, in the last part, you're gonna find the assessment. In the assessment, you're gonna find the same picture that you see over here. And what it says over there, it says using graphics. Graphics are among the most important tools used by economists. Create graphic. Now you have to create graphic using this information over here. This is one chart, and this one is another chart. Now over here, they ask you to create either 2 lines graphic using the 2 of them, or use 2 bar graphic using 2 of them. But I'm going to suggest you to use. For the first one, use the line graphic, and for the second one, use the graph bar, okay? The bar graph, okay? Got it, guys? ¿Entendido? ¿Quién lo entendió? ¿Quién lo entendió? Now remember, let me go back. Remember, the title of this chapter, you need to write it in your notebook, is the Economist Toolbox. Now, after that, you need to write the vocabulary. This is the vocabulary: statistics, microeconomic, macroeconomic, positive economic, and normative economics. And those meanings are in your platform, in the platform, the PDF, okay? Now, what I want you to do after the vocabulary, you need to do this assignment. This is an assignment, okay, for you to do it and show it to me next Wednesday. No, sorry, next Wednesday, I think you have tests. Are we gonna discuss it after the test or next Friday? Okay, I don't remember when it's going to be. I don't remember when it's going to be held your test. I think I have over here the schedule. Virtual test. Let me open it. Okay. It's for Friday. Your test. No, sorry. Your test is Wednesday. Yes. Your test is next Wednesday. So we'll discuss it then next Friday. Okay. So you have a whole week in order to finish this graphic. You have to create those two graphics, guys. Please, you have to write it in your notebook. In your notebook, these two chart with these two graphics using this information. This one use line graphic, and this one, the second one, the number of cars sold, use the bar graph. Are we clear, guys? Any question? Questions? Now is the moment. Question.